Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
Namibia. This is the Tribe, a fresh new episode on One Africa TV. My name is Sheo Lenga, and this week I'm joined by Swakopmund-based African Vocals, an all-male a cappella group that since 2003-2004 have promoted Namibian and African culture at home and on the international stage. They came all the way from Swakopmund to relay their story to you. Plus, we are joined once again by NAMA's Executive Committee representative, Fikameni Matias, to bring us up to speed on the latest NAMA's happenings. But first, we must sweeten the deal with the hashtag Tribe Jive Challenge. Send us your videos of you jiving to any Namibian song. Follow us and tag at the Tribe Namibia on Instagram, and you could feature here on the show weekly. We will be right back.
Sun's out. Brighter prints are in. A little color goes a long way. Younger girls' dresses, just $49.99. Why pay more? We're on repeat all summer long. Girls' dresses, only $69.99. Go with the flow. Get more in store this summer. Life's better with Pep.
Welcome back to the Tribe here on One Africa TV. This week's Tribe exclusive, we feature a 14-man a cappella group called African Vocals, represented today by Joel Nambuli. Thank you very much for joining us. And Regina Hink, the manager of the group. Thank you for coming out to the Tribe.
We're glad to be here.
Very happy to be here. Thank you.
To have you. All the way from Swakopmund.
Yes.
Hi, thank you. African Vocals, through their original and diverse music, shares the Namibian and African story, not only here at home, but mostly also in Germany. Joel, tell us a bit about the history, the background of African Vocals.
Well, African Vocals is a male a cappella group, and it was formed in 2012. The objective was to form a group that can represent the Namibian cultures and tradition, and of course the African sounds, and to inspire people to love and appreciate our Namibian traditional music.
Yeah, and our heritage, and just to share that story with the rest of the world.
Exactly.
You write and perform also original music.
Right.
Tell us about sharing this with your audiences here at home and also beyond.
It's a great experience, especially our own materials.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to present this to people.
Yeah.
And one thing that we don't neglect is the old folk songs, the songs that were done by our grandparents.
The ones we grew up with.
Exactly.
Yes. You remind me of some right now. And then what is the reaction like from the audiences? What is it that they say about, what you just did on stage, maybe?
Well, it's different, but in most cases, positive. I think people love our music. It's just a matter of taking it broader.
Yeah, to the next level.
Yeah.
Regina, which brings me to a question for you. What is your involvement with the African vocals?
Yeah, that's a good question. Sometimes I wonder myself.
The good answer.
Well, it was just by coincidence. I came to Namibia as a tourist for many, many times because I just love the country, the people, the diversity of cultures. And because of that, I went to a concert of the African Vocals in Germany in 2014. And somehow we kept in touch. And I wanted to be involved into the preparation of the next tour, which was planned for 2017. And the African Vocals had a mentor in Germany who brought them on stage, who supported them a lot. But he went quite ill then and looked for someone to take over. And so they asked me, and I just said yes, not knowing what was going to happen, what was really to be done. But I really love to be involved. It gives me so much new experience, learning about Namibia, about the country, learning about the singers also. So I think we have a good relationship.
Yes. I'm so glad that the music brought you over here.
Thank you very much.
The music is doing its part.
I'm glad also.
Now, just to anybody out there who's never heard or seen the African Vocals, here they are with their performance of Mondesa in Germany on the Tribe.
I'm feeling so bad because of I have been arrested. We are trying to sell to provide our kids with food, but the police, they come to arrest us.
I was literally apprehended in Independence Avenue. I mean, there was no prior communications with the police or with Bonn or Benga Namibia. These guys literally just apprehended us on surprise.
And when you are talking in a manner that is exaggerated about brutality in this country, I should ask you in which country you live.
Yes, I can confirm that indeed there were 2 cell phones that were found after a search was conducted at the cells that the Fishrot accused are staying.
Do you understand the amount of money that the government has spent on the fight against COVID-19? Could they have spent 300 million on tracing people and managing people? Is that even possible?
Welcome back to the Tribe on One Africa TV. I'm joined by Joel and Regina, who are here to talk most about the African vocals. So far, we've touched base on the history of the group and also traveling to Germany to perform. What about recorded work? Is there an album? Is there any material out there that the African vocals have actually done? Go ahead, Joel.
Yes, we have recorded our first CD and, of course, the DVD. And we're privileged enough to be featured by our brother, Elemoto.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we have a CD and a DVD available.
When was this released?
Just before we went on tour. That was 2019.
So last year. Yeah. Is there anything you're currently working on in the studio?
Yes, we're preparing for our next album, which is going to be strictly Namibian.
I love that. Yeah, with those folk stories and the folklore music. Regina, where can we experience the African vocals when we step into Swakopmund or wherever? Like, what's the home place that they perform? Is it in the streets of Mondesa?
Yeah,
by the beach?
Sometimes even in the streets of Mondesa, but at the moment it's very difficult to have performances.
Yes.
We try to...
group, yes.
Also because nobody's there. There is no tourists. And our audience, also in Swakopmund, very often consists of tourists. If we manage to do a good promotion, if we do advertise, then we sometimes perform in the church, German Lutheran Church, or in the primary school, in the aula, or in restaurants if they book us. So, for example, we have a little chance to have a performance next Saturday.
I was going to ask about that. At Bits and Pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. Please, go ahead. Tell us more.
This is more of a sad story because this place is closing. They sold the place and the owners go back to UK.
Okay.
So it's a sort of farewell event for them. Or with them, and we hope a lot of people, a lot of Swakis come and say goodbye to these lovely people.
I actually caught the performance around the dinner table. I did. Where can we go to touch base with the African vocals, to catch up with some of the footage from the DVD, or to catch up with the latest news from the group? What platforms can we use?
Us, either him or me.
Yeah, and we have a Facebook page, of course.
The social media platforms.
Social media.
Thank you so much for joining me. Let me just make it clear to you. We were talking earlier on, before the interview started, and you were talking about how people don't accept a cappella as a music genre. What are you talking about? You don't watch Glee? No. You're using your voices as an instrument. I would like to say thank you on behalf of the Tribe, One Africa TV, and any Namibian who loves music for doing what you do and still believing in what you guys have, and for being able to show our children right now, this generation, that you can do this as young men. And I'm sure that creates so much peace amongst the areas that you thrive in. And when you take this to Germany, for example, you're creating more peace amongst the people there. So don't you dare give up. I'm keeping an eye on you. I want you back when the album is out, all right? Here is so much more from the African vocals right here on The Tribe.
ShopRite has always been here for you, and our promise to bring you low prices on what you need most will never change. Get 2 kilos Tastic Parboiled long grain rice, only $36.99, and 280 grams of Enterprise Viennas in brine or Prima luncheon roll, just $17.99 each. Only at ShopRite.
Welcome back to the tribe. It's time for us to talk the final Numbers Showdown. To tell us more, we are joined by Fikameli Matthias, who's from the Numbers Executive Committee, to break it all down for us. Now, last weekend, the Numbers awarded the categories for Best Female, Best Male, Artist of the Year, and Album of the Year. And most of those categories fell into the lap or hands of Rose Black. Congratulations, and KP Illis for scooping the Best Male Artist of the Year. Because there has been some positive and negative feedback, of course, from Namibian music consumers with their reviews and things like that. Yeah. But if you could break it down for us, so please tell us or just bring us up to speed with what happened last weekend.
First, thanks for having me. Secondly, there's nothing to clear. Number one, I know, or we know, the results of any competition will be received with mixed reception-wise. And I think that's what came out to play here. We would like to congratulate Rose Black and KP Illest, who won the 4 categories over the past weekend, and the other winners. But of course, that's what we expect. It's a competition where we're rewarding those who did better than the others. But yeah, it's the nature of competitions, and we take it as such.
Yeah. Now, besides the obvious questions that they normally do ask, one of the most important questions I think that surfaced from people who had questions about it is, what are the judges looking for? What do the judges look for when they're looking at the Best Album of the Year or when looking at the Best Female of the Year?
Look, the criteria vary from category to category. Of course, what you'd look for in a reggae song is not what you'd look for in a Suku song, or, for example. But there are some components that really come into play here. Your creativity, sometimes message, sometimes the beat, sometimes the mixes, and all that. And I think Rose Black, I think, did her part with scooping the Album of the Year. I'm not saying that the rest didn't do their part. Of course, by virtue of them being nominee means, they've also done their part. I would like to congratulate them for that. So those are some of the things that really the judges look at. And I personally don't understand the fuss, but this is not a Song of the Year category that comes from
the votes
from
of the public,
from the public, starting from the radios and all that. But yeah, she won, and let's take it. For those who say they don't know her,
now you do.
Now you do. I think that was a good introduction for herself. The little I know is she's an artist. She's a Namibian artist.
Based in Okahanja.
And regardless of really where she comes from, I think her album was good.
Totally.
And her music was good, so is other Namibian songs and albums.
The final and the biggest weekend of the Numbers is coming. This will be the last time that Namibians are going to go out there on this platform and celebrate Namibian music. What can we look forward to? Who is lined up? I know you always come up with surprises for the big one at the end of the evening. So what is this one going to have in store for us?
Of course, it's going to be bigger and better. It's the last one, so we aim to, of course, leave with a very exciting show. But before I get there, we wanted to clarify something, and I think we've been saying this over and over, that the winners of the Numbers is strictly on merit on your song, on your art. The Numbers is not a popularity contest where we will award artists just because they're known by yourself and by myself and by the guy behind this camera. It's strictly on merit, and that is why I think Namibians should start accepting that times have changed.
The art speaks for itself.
The art must speak. It's not your name, it's the art. So come this weekend, it's going to be a bigger one. Of course, we are awarding the newcomer and Artist of the Decade. Of course, we have with Artist of the Decade, we are awarding the artist that has walked away with the most numbers accolades.
And it's also the first time that this category will be awarded.
Correct. So for those who have followed the numbers, I'm sure you will go in your archives and see who has walked away
Start telling for yourself.
with the most. We will then also have a big surprise in terms of performances. Part of it will be bringing some of the old big guys back to a stage. Also just close of the award. But yeah, I can't share more. Just tune in.
Yeah.
It will be live streamed for everybody to watch. And yeah.
Speaking about tuning in, how do you tune in? Is it still the $10 ticket? You still get your link to go and watch?
The $10 ticket is still up for grabs. You can still buy that. But for the last two, that would be the last weekend's one and the coming one, we have decided to live stream that for everybody to have access to it.
Can I just suggest something to officially wrap off this 10-year history of the Namas? I need you to take the biggest artists around the country for a whole compilation tour, compliments of the Namas, to each and every single town, each and every single Namibian soul, just because you can. All right, MTC, just think about that.
We will make the connection.
You will make
one
the connection.
Way or the other.
That's what I'm talking about. But what is next for the Namas? What is going to happen or grow from this platform?
All we're going to say is, look, we are excited of the 10 years of investing into this industry. We have, I think, witnessed a lot of artists grow. Some have come in as newcomers, and they're really doing big now, even outside the borders of Namibia. It's the last one in terms of Namas and MTC's association. We're not bowing out of the arts industry at all. We will still be there. We're cooking up something that might be even better exciting. But we are proud to have been part of this beautiful, beautiful and magnificent journey and the results thereof.
All right.
Good.
Where can we go? More information, just to wrap it up.
Where can we go? Social media platforms of MTC. Please make your date 6 o'clock on a Saturday. Then it's good.
Fikas, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for sharing this journey of the Namas with us throughout all these years and for bringing a platform for Namibian music just one last time to shine. I hope that whoever takes over from you feels those shoes and even more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shay.
There you have it for the Namas. It is the final round, and you want to see who is going to be blessed with that guap. Head on over to social media, get your tickets, and be part of the fun. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Take your moment in a moisturizing bubble bath that leaves your skin feeling satin soft. Satiskin.
For as little as 20 Namibian dollars a month, you can get funeral cover from Sanlam, with claims that get paid out within 7 hours. To get a quote or for more information, simply SMS your name, town, and contact number to 555 for a callback. No obligations. T's and C's and standard SMS rates apply.
Smile, white lies that fight me. Wasting my time, I don't mind, cause I still want this too. But I know you take me for a fool, but that's love, you see. So go ahead and call me crazy. I don't think I'm needy, cause I know what you have done. But I'm fighting with my gut. You put that girl above me and pretend it's nothing when it's clearly there.
If you've missed anything, follow us on social media at The Tribe Namibia to catch up. From all of us here at One Africa TV, stay safe and make sure to join us next week. Grace.
But I know what's the answers. I don't like confessions, yeah. I'm fighting this battle cause I know what you have done. And there's no way I could have won, but I surrender.
Today on One Always There.